It is with great pride, and I admit some trepidation, that I take on the role of Oldham Council leader this afternoon. As a council, we've never had a greater challenge nor a greater responsibility to the people of Oldham as we make our way out of restrictions and strive for a recovery for people and businesses. Before, Madam Mayor, I talk about the commitments I want to make to the borough and local people, I'd like to pay my tribute to my friend and the outgoing leader, Sean Fielding. It has been an absolute honour to serve as deputy for Sean for the last 3 years. Working alongside Sean throughout the pandemic, I witnessed firsthand his commitment to the people of Failsworth and to all of the residents of Oldham. Whilst leading our local response and representing the borough's interests and concerns at regional and national levels, he also found time to stay connected to what mattered most to people. Volunteering regularly at the food banks, delivering vital food parcels to those isolating or struggling financially, and later on in the pandemic, volunteering as a marshal at a vaccination clinic. Those actions show the true measure of Sean's dedication to his role and to local people. He never ever lost sight or shirked his share of the hard work we were asking our council staff and volunteers to undertake. In fact, Madam Mayor, he relished it. We will also miss his steadfast ambition for Oldham and his absolute drive to see it improved for future generations. I am really lucky to be taking up this role with a clear plan for the regeneration of Oldham Town Centre already in place and its delivery well underway. Sean's master plan will deliver quality housing alongside an attractive shopping, hospitality and leisure offer, and provides a clear future at a time when many towns across the country are struggling. We will all miss Sean, personally and politically, but his leadership, Madam Mayor, leaves an incredible legacy for our town. As we move forward, our priorities for the next year are clear. We've set ourselves a clear plan to drive recovery from the pandemic, one that focuses on creating jobs and supporting businesses, on education and skills, on ensuring quality housing, making the most of our green space and improving the health of local people. Dedicated activity in these areas of focus will help the borough bounce back as quickly as possible from the economic, social and health impacts that COVID-19 has caused. Alongside this, though, we do need to retain focus on the things people tell us are important to them. Their message is clear. We want to live in a town we can be proud of, one where our neighbourhoods are clean, green and safe. So, Madam Mayor, I want the hallmark of my leadership to be this: that we get stuff done. We'll be cleaning up our streets and getting tougher on fly tipping and littering. That if you need help, we're here to help you. That if you're doing great work in the community, we'll work alongside you and support you every step of that way. But if you're bringing our town down, whether that's littering, fly tipping, or being a bad landlord, we're coming after you with everything that we have. To make sure this happens, we're promising additional investment in our street scene and enforcement teams. These may feel like simple things, but they are absolutely vital. The contract we have with our community is built on us ensuring that our neighbourhoods are places that we're all proud to live. If local people are to trust us to run their public services, or to plan for the future of our town and to advocate for them nationally and regionally, then we need to deliver on these basic things. Alongside this, focus on cleanliness and enforcement, we will invest time, both as Labour councillors and as an organisation, to listen more to local people, to talk to them about their concerns and to take on board their suggestions and to have open, honest conversations about the issues that face our town. That means a real commitment to getting in our communities, to better communicating our plans and to getting real input as we shape them. This has to be our key role as community representatives. And that role, Madam Mayor, becomes even more important in speaking to and speaking up for those that are struggling. My role leading the COVID response over the last year has highlighted even more strongly the deep inequalities existent in Oldham and in wider society. It has shown that some of our communities have been affected more than others, with more cases of COVID, more deaths or serious health impacts, more business closures, and unfortunately and sadly more job losses. The impact of COVID has not been felt equally because life was already harder and more challenging for some in our communities, because of poverty, because of underlying health conditions, because of their age, and because of their lack of support network. If we are to succeed as a town, it has to be on the basis that we've brought everyone with us, that everyone has benefited from our success, and to do that, we have to have a greater focus on those who need the most help. I will continue to make driving equality an absolute priority in this town, whether that's through tackling poverty, increasing opportunities for improved education and skills, creating jobs and supporting businesses, or through targeting our support services at those who need them the most. We will, Madam Mayor, deliver services that work for everyone, but that reach out to those most in need. I'd like to finish by stating clearly that everyone in this chamber, regardless of political party allegiances, have more in common with each other than that in which divides us. We all stood for election to improve the areas we live in and to improve the lives of Oldhamers in whatever way we could. We may, Madam Mayor, disagree on the best way to achieve those aims, but I know that we all want the best for our town, whether that's cleaner streets and green spaces, caring and effective social services, or thriving town and district centres. Sometimes the political process can give the impression of greater and more personal divides than actually exist in reality. Opposition and scrutiny are a vital part of democracy, and I know from experiences in some cases that the councillors in this chamber will work hard to make sure I keep my promises. I know that we will continue to hold each other to account, to debate and discuss our work and our priorities in a really respectful way that recognises our shared commitment to the people of this town. I truly, Madam Mayor, believe that that is what the people of Oldham want, expect and deserve. Like most in this chamber, I entered politics with a real desire to make things better, for the place I was born and grew up, but also for the people who lived here alongside me. Becoming leader at this time is a huge, huge responsibility, given the challenges that this last 18 months has presented for the town, but it is one that I am absolutely committed to. My drive to improve my town, to work hard and to keep going despite any barriers and challenges put in my way comes from my parents, who came from Pakistan in the 1960s and built a fantastic life in Oldham for themselves and for me and for my siblings. They pushed us always to do our best, to strive for greater things and to respect and care for others. The values they instilled in me have led me to where I am today, and I will forever be grateful for their guidance and for their support. As an Oldhamer, Madam Mayor, I want what's best for Oldham, and I'll never stop striving for that whilst in this role. In 12 months' time, let me be judged on my actions and on what I have delivered. Or in a phrase borrowed from a hero of mine, Emmeline Pankhurst, deeds, not words. Thank you, Madam Mayor.